everyone, and welcome back to my Pokemon analysis series, the series where I invite you to close your eyes, sit back, relax, and listen to me ramble about Pokemon episode at a time. And today's episode is Showdown in Pewter City. So this is my Pokemon analysis series. I think you get the gist by now. It is an audio experience and contains improv dialogue. So let's get on with the episode. First up, it starts with the Team Rocket motto, which Team Rocket are not in a lot of this episode, so enjoy them while you can. And then it turned out that Ash and Misty had just got out of the forest, which is good. And by the way, I was going to mention this last time, but if Misty doesn't like the forest, how did she get to where she met Ash from Cerulean City? Is there like another route? Yeah, that's pretty confusing. So anyway, they are just chatting, and this guy's like, hey, you're sat on my products for my shop. He's selling rocks, by the way, guys. And so he's just like, your Pokemon seem worn out, take them to the Pokemon Center. So they start going to the Pokemon Center. He tried to charge them $2. So yeah, that's great, I guess. So they get to the Pokemon Center and they meet Nurse Joy, who, if you don't remember, is Viridian City's Nurse Joy's sister. So they meet her, and this is where we are introduced to the whole concept of the Pokemon League. So obviously Ash is excited to join that, and the guy he's called Flint, the guy that was selling the rocks, was just like, I don't think you want to battle Brock. And Brock is the gym leader who, as everyone knows, ends up becoming a main character. So anyway, so when Ash's Pokemon are brought back to life, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna battle Brock. I'm gonna beat him, blah 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 blah. So he goes to Brock's gym. Brock's just sat in the dark for some reason. And also he's acting like this really tough guy, which it's very interesting when you see what he's like in later episodes. So they battle Pikachu and Onyx, and watch one of the only times that Onyx get close to winning, I guess. Because for whatever reason, Onyx does not win a lot of battles. So, on screen anyway. So, they leave, and this guy Flint was just like, don't judge a book by its cover, you should go and check what Brock's home life is like. Turns out that Brock is a young carer, pretty much. He looks after his younger sibling, and he has loads of younger siblings. He essentially lived in the Loud House, but the parents on the Loud House decided to abandon their kids and didn't have as many girls, and had a few more boys. And obviously people, when Pokemon came out, would not have got that reference, because that came out 20 years later anyway. Irrelevant to that, so basically Flint explains that Brock's useless dad left, and then in the English version he said that the mum died, but in the Japanese he said that the mum left. So my theory is that the mum left, but he thought that she died. Does that make sense? So she left, but he didn't know she left and thought she died. Which in a way makes the mum worse than the dad, which we could discuss later. That is relevant to near the end of the episode. So anyway, Ash tells Flint that he does want to battle Brock again. He wants to win that gym badge. So Flint takes Ash to Water Wheel for Electric, You know the kind I'm on about, you know, what they use in mills and stuff. So he's just like, you can give Pikachu some more power. I guess it's like Olympic for Pokemon. Anyway, so but instead of weight loss, it's just giving them more power. Anyway, irrelevant to that, so the thing is, the river's dry, so Flint tells Ash that he's going to have to move the wheel himself. And at this point, Misty's just like, don't you want to borrow my Pokemon? That would be easier. To which Ash said that he'll battle with his own Pokemon, which, fair enough, I can get behind that. Anyway, sorry about the interruption. So, yeah, the river's dry, and Ash had to move the wheel himself. And by the way, it had this really cool music in the background. And so Pikachu is obviously like a bit stressed out about being electrocuted, because normally he's the one doing the electrocuting. But they go back to the gym. Brock thinks that Ash is an absolute idiot, but he still accepts the battle. And Ash makes Pidgeotto battle Geodude, which doesn't work out, so he gets Pikachu to battle. And Brock's not taking this too seriously, I don't think, at this point. So he records Geodude, because he sees that Pikachu's stronger now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Anyway, so he calls out Onyx. And Onyx is actually doing pretty good so far. And then Brock tried to return Onyx and call off the match, which Ash says he doesn't want to do, he wants to carry on. And Brock tells Ash that it wouldn't be fair on the Pokemon to carry on. And then the sprinklers go off. I don't know why the sprinklers took so long to go off, because I remember the sprinklers going off while they were in battle. Anyway, Misty basically tells Ash the whole weakness thing, where rock Pokemon are weak to water. So now Onyx is weakened, and Ash tells Pikachu to carry on battling, which hurts Onyx, and Brock seems pretty upset about this, and I understand why. And I actually do feel sad when people are upset when their Pokemon get hurt in battle. I get that it's like a sport, but it just makes me feel sad. Anyway, so Brock's siblings come in and basically block the battle, which that's your brother's livelihood, kids. That is how you have a roof over your head. But apparently they don't want to see Onyx get beat. So yes, Onyx does get beat a lot off screen as well, apparently. And so, anyway, Ash calls off the battle, which Brock says that he doesn't have to do because he's actually doing good at this point. But Ash tells him that it's not fair because the sprinklers weren't supposed to go off, and that would be cheating. So he leaves, and Brock gives him a badge anyway because he was winning, sort of. Well, he was winning. And also, people get really annoyed about this and say that Brock gave his badge to Ash out of pity, when Ash is the one that left out of pity. Anyway, so Brock's basically telling Ash that he wanted to be a Pokemon breeder, but he had to stay home to be a gym leader, which sounds like I'm starting a weird rap. And Flint comes back and he's like, "Hey Brock, you can do what you want. Don't worry, I'll sort things out." Turns out that Flint is Brock's dad, which yet again means that the mum is worse than the dad, because you don't see her coming back, do you? even though in the cartoon it said that she died. But yet again, Flint might not have known that she left and thought she died. So, yeah, at least he actually came back, but he was too embarrassed to say that he failed at what he did to go back to his family. This episode's actually really depressing, isn't it? But he's happy to stay and look after the younger kids now. So obviously Brock just gives him like all the routines and stuff, which Flint originally thinks he's going to like yell at him and get mad at him for leaving, but he just gives them the routines and leaves with Ash. And Misty is still annoyed about her bike, so Ash starts running off, and then you see the only other appearance on Team Rocket when they get trampled by them. I think I'm getting into these videos a bit more, but yeah, I'm getting into these videos a bit more. I know I've not really been in a filming mood, but there wasn't actually too much to say about this video. I guess it sort of shaped the rest of the cartoon. But that's it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever else you do. Opera sing to the screen for all I care. Bye.